Okay, today we are back with another Hunter x Hunter reaction video. In Jordan, we are on episode number 63.
Yes, we are, brother.
And poor old Biscuit is trying to just get some attention and love from Gon and Killua.
Yeah.
And it's not being reciprocated.
I have a feeling they're going to have no choice because she's so strong and knowledgeable. Yeah. And according to her, learned Nen 40 years ago. How old is Biscuit?
Thank you. That is my question. We have not been told Biscuit's age, right? 40 years ago, okay. We can at least assume she's 45, right? Like, a baby can't learn Nen, right? Maybe you got to be 5 years old or something.
Okay.
45, but Biscuit may be older than 50, Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening here?
I don't know.
What type of advanced technology does Biscuit have access to that allows her to literally go back in age?
Yeah. What if she's lying? She sounded like she was telling the truth.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fascinating to learn about her backstory when we do learn about her. But I'm liking her so far.
Oh, yeah.
I do like me some biscuits, especially if they're from Red Lobster.
Okay. Jordan, let's dive into some comments from our beautiful patrons.
Let's do it.
The first comment comes to us from Federico Taxki. That is such a unique last name.
Yeah.
Taxki. And Federico writes, imagine having the man responsible for the assassination of your entire family and not be able to kill him. My respect to Kurapika. Yeah. Episode 57 seems like it was decades ago.
Yeah. It was in a different arc.
Right. Yeah. That is crazy, though. Like, once we're in a new arc, it's like the previous arcs feel so long ago.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like the troop versus Kurapika is about to make a resurgence at some point. And some of our patrons told us that.
Oh, yeah. It's far from over.
Yeah.
Unfinished business. Thank you, Federico Toxi. The next comment comes from our patron, Tay Bear 01, aka Lindsay E. And they write, love all the boys looking so dapper in their tuxes for the auction. And when they yeeted themselves right out of the theater when they saw Finks and Phaeton. Yeah, that was a moment right there.
Yeah.
Finks and Phaeton are quick.
Oh, yeah.
They are quick. Our brother Isaiah, one of his favorite words is yeet. Often I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it has to do with his favorite wrestler, Jey Uso. So I don't know about you, but every single phone call with Isaiah, we end the call by saying yeet. Yeet.
Not only that, there are a lot of ooses during the call.
Yeah.
Isaiah, speak English, Isaiah. What are you doing?
No, he loves the WWE. He loves it, man.
All right. Thank you so much, Tay Bear. The next comment comes to us from Beryl Fox Turtle, and they write, Jared, Jordan, I really hope that comment about setting up a shrine dedicated to the Phantom Troop was just in jest. Beryl, that was a complete joke. Yeah, so rest assured, we're not going to be setting up a shrine anytime soon.
Yeah.
As admirable as Pakunoda's sacrifice is, the troop has committed genocide against Kurapika's clan, and nothing they do can redeem them in my eyes. Uvogin expressed zero remorse for his actions, and I doubt any of the other troop members would. Yeah, this is a good point, right? And even though the Phantom Troop are anime characters, right, it still hits a little too close to reality. Right? When you see some of the things that the Phantom Troop are doing in this series.
Yeah.
Like, my mind goes to the things happening in our real world. Right? And I completely understand what you're saying, Barrel Fox Turtle. No shrine will be established over here.
No shrines. Yeah, no shrines. Even though the Phantom Troop, a lot of them are likable characters. They have done some dark and inhumane things. Thank you, Barrel, for your comment. Next up, we have a comment from Raya Pomar. And Raya writes, "Hi, J&J. A few things you missed. Number one, the friend Hisoka mentioned that disguised himself as a dummy, Hisoka, is none other than Illumi. You even saw him in the last scene of the previous episode, remember? He even said, 'I've known you longer than Chrollo anyway,' meaning he's willing to lend Hisoka a hand, even though technically Chrollo is his employer. He was hired by Chrollo to kill the 10 Dons. Number two, Kurapika fell sick after all the drama due to the strain of using his judgment chain and scarlet eyes, not because Pakunoda died. Okay. Remember he mentioned before that using his specialist power takes a lot out of him, so he can't stay too long in that state. I do remember him saying that. And number three, the part where it's a first-person view of Pakunoda talking to Gon and Kill, asking them why they're not running away, is a memory that got passed on to Finks. That's why he said Pakunoda wants to thank you, because he knows Paku felt thankful to Gon and Kill for not running away from her. Hope this helps. Oh yeah, these all help. Thank you so much, Raya, for clarifying this information for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could feel that it was Illumi. I feel like anytime you see Illumi's long, luscious hair, he's so distinct of a character that you can tell it's him, even from the back.
Right. And, right, we can't forget about the history that Hisoka and Illumi have together.
Yeah.
Right? Seeing Illumi, right?
I did forget about that.
During the Hunter exam. Right? And so it's interesting that he pops up here as Hisoka's dummy.
Yeah. That feels like such a long time ago.
Yeah.
He was Gitarocker back then.
Right.
That's crazy. Okay. Thank you so much, Raya, for your wonderful comment.
All right. Thanks, Raya. The next comment comes to us from Hair Gone and Left, aka the infamous, elusive, name-changing Brandon.
This is my favorite name so far. Because all you got to do is look at the image. I had no idea what Brandon was talking about until I looked at the image.
Now, Brandon not only changes his username, but every time changes the profile picture too, to match.
Yeah. Where do you get a picture of bald Gon?
Yeah, Brandon may have hit up Photoshop for that one. Hair Gone and Left writes, seems like Hunter x Hunter had the idea or concept of a metaverse with Greed Island years ahead of its time.
Yeah,
I could not agree more. Angelica Hernandez chimes in saying, this manga and anime have inspired so many of the more popular and modern shonen. It's incredible. You can pretty much find references to it everywhere. And It's Eliza writes, agreed, no wonder many people call Hunter x Hunter peak shonen. Yeah, Jordan, this anime, right? We've talked about it in the past. It was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I know we had another comment. I don't know if we'll read it, but basically saying the animation in this anime is better than some of the newer animes being released today. You know? So like, yeah, Hunter x Hunter is a legendary series.
For sure. Okay. Thank you so much. Hair Gone and Left. Brandon, where did the hair go? I'm curious. Next, we have a comment here from Noaki Harding, and they write, hi, Double J. A bit of a clarification here. Batera said he has hired around 100 hunters, and over half of them have given up on returning to the real world. Then he said, we need people who are strong enough to obtain items for returning to the real world. Then Sezugera, I can never pronounce his name, Sezugera, said, from my perspective, the item to returning to the real world are relatively easy to obtain. Hope that answers your question about why some people choose to live in the game. They are not just good enough to obtain the required item for returning in the real world and choose to live safely in the game instead of risking their life obtaining said item. Hence why Batera has to choose wisely who he will hire and why they do a screenage. From this conversation, we can conclude these players have given up on returning because they weren't strong enough and chose to stay here instead of risking their life since they can't return easily to the real world. Okay, so that was a big question that I had during our reaction to episode 59. I was wondering, like, why do some players choose to stay?
Yeah.
Is it just a good time or what? But if this is true what Noah Key is telling us, they can't obtain the items. It's too difficult. So instead of risking their lives, they just stay and live in the game.
Right.
I wonder what Jing is doing. I wonder if he had a difficult time obtaining items. I wonder if he was hired by Batera. Because you remember when Batera seemed to notice that Gon had not only the memory card, but the ring.
Yeah.
I wonder if he put two and two together that this could possibly be Jing's son, if he even knows Jing.
And Shalnark just introduced an entirely new theory in the last episode, right? So that last term that Noki uses, real world. Is there even a game?
Right.
Are they already in the real world? You know, so that adds another layer of mystery.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Nokia. The next comment comes to us from Inkleboy. Inkleboy. That is definitely a new name. Inkleboy writes, finally, Greed Island, let's go. Buku. Now, I have no idea what Buku means. Do you?
I don't. I know a few of our other patrons said Buku too, and I was so confused.
You want to look it up?
Let's do it.
Okay. So according to Google, it says Buku means morning or period of mourning. Now, we may have pulled the wrong definition. Because the way that Inkle said it, it seemed like it meant like woohoo.
Right.
Buku.
Buku in Japanese.
Morning or period of mourning. Maybe our patrons are trying to foreshadow something for us.
Let's go Buku.
Buku. All right. Inkle, if you can let us know what Buku means, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah. But Buku, back to you. All right, brother. One more comment from episode number 59. This is a new name, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful name. Vane. Oh, I love the spelling too.
Yeah.
It's not like these veins. It's not like in vain.
Yeah.
It's
Like
Vane.
Wayne.
Like Wayne?
If you look at it quickly, right, you can mistake it as Wayne. You gotta focus.
Yeah.
Vane.
Vane writes, watching this episode has always made me emotional, as I find Pakunoda's sacrifice and story to have been so beautifully written. This moment hits especially different after the most recent chapters of the manga and extra page in the new volume's release. So Vane also left a whole lot more in a separate comment regarding the manga, which is fascinating. So if you haven't already read that comment, please do so, everybody. But yeah, Pakunoda, brother, her death told me a lot about her character.
Yeah.
Similar to Uvo, right? Like, when those characters died, they didn't give up information. They went down for their brothers and protecting the rest of the troop.
Yep.
And again, just Pakunoda shooting that memory bomb into those members of the troop she shot it into. That may be one of my favorite scenes in this entire show. That was cold.
And I don't know if it was Vane or another one of our patrons who talked about how those members of the Phantom Troop didn't know of Pakunoda's ability.
Yeah.
Right? Except for one of them. I forget who. But like just the level of trust that they had. Like they probably thought she was going to kill him.
Right.
But they trusted her.
Yep. Great points, Vane, and thank you so much for the information.
Yes. All right. The next comment comes to us from the lovely Fiona. And Fiona writes, Jing is such a troll for leaving that message. LOL. Completely agree, Fiona. And then Kevin chimes in and says, Jing definitely ain't winning Dad of the Year awards anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The longer we go in this series without seeing Jing, right, and just hearing these bits and little messages from him, the more resentment builds up. Right? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I am hoping that by the end of this series, we're going to look at Jing similar to how we look at somebody like Aaron's
Reiner.
dad.
Oh.
From AOT. And just, think to ourselves, okay, we understand.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody has their reasons for doing what they're doing. And I feel that, but still a part of me is like, Jing, stop playing games.
Yeah.
Right? Fatherhood isn't a game. Life is not a game. You've created a game.
Or so we think.
Yeah. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, Fiona.
Yeah, thank you so much. And It's Eliza adds a lot to what Fiona and Kevin are talking about. They write, yes, guys, Jing is a very frustrating character, especially when you have his son Gon, who is the sweetest kid you've ever seen. As far as I can understand his character, I think Jing knows that Gon has only begun his journey as a hunter, and there would be many, many hard challenges for him ahead. So he's just preparing his son in his own fatherly way, I guess. Now that would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Right? Even though as audience members, as viewers, at this point we're like, Jing, chop chop, let's go, man. You have one of the best sons out there. He's just trying to find you. But, similar to how our dad tried to prepare us for certain things in life and was very strict at times and hard on us, it made sense. It makes sense now at 29 why he acted the way he did at times. I'm hoping that this is what Jing is doing.
Yeah.
It's Eliza also adds, also, what Melody said about Leorio having the most warm and soothing heartbeat in the whole city says a lot about who he really is as a person. He isn't in the big foe for no reason. Yeah, that's spot on. Because Melody does not lie.
Yeah.
If Melody tells you something like this, you can believe it.
Yeah.
Leorio's a good dude.
Yeah. I'm going to petition to bring Melody back. I hope we get to see Melody again in this series.
I'm sure we will. No?
Okay. I don't know.
I hope so too.
Some characters come and go, right? Some characters are just in one certain arc.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The next comment comes to us from Alpha, and Alpha writes, did you guys notice the grave the Phantom Troop members made for Pakunoda? I forget.
I didn't notice, even on the rewatch.
Yeah. The Gon and Killua moment at the end of the episode was really beautiful. Yeah. It's one of my favorite scenes of the show, or from the show. Yeah, we'll have to go back or maybe look at a screenshot of the grave.
Yeah.
Because I didn't catch that. All right. Thank you very much, Alpha.
Thank you, Alpha. The next comment comes from Be the Light. And Be the Light writes, the players are both able to use Nen and the books. Remember, they had to show their Nen, Hatsu for Gon and Killua, to take the test before even coming into the game. Side note, the girl is one of my favorite characters in this arc.
Talking about Biscuit?
I think talking about Biscuit.
Okay, now.
Okay. So they're able to use Nen and the books. And I believe we have a comment coming up that's going to clarify something that I misinterpreted about the Phantom Troop's abilities and powers in this world or game.
Okay.
So Yeah, I do remember they had to show their nin.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Be the light.
All right, the next comment comes to us from Tay Bear 01, aka Lindsay E, and they write, Hunter x Hunter's arcs definitely some of the most distinctive that I've watched in anime. Some anime like AOT obviously have distinct story arcs, but to me it feels like one long continuation of the same story.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it feels. But with every new Hunter x Hunter arc, it just feels so distinctly different from the last, even when there are carryover elements like the troop members. I couldn't agree more with this comment.
Yeah.
Right? I remember just a few episodes ago, the switch from the previous arc to this arc. It was just, we had Phantom troop members bleeding over, so yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, the arcs are so different, but the transitions into the different arcs at times are so seamless.
Yeah.
I feel like this transition that we recently experienced was seamless. We were like, wait, is it really the end of the York New City arc?
Yeah.
It seems that is the case. All right, thank you, Lindsay, once again. The next comment, this is the comment I was talking about. It comes from Kreposti, and Kreposti writes, I think you misunderstood, but Kortopi's and Shizuku's abilities are useless to gather cards in Greed Island. They just confirmed here that their abilities won't work to copy a card that is functional or vacuum any card/item in the game. So they can copy the cards. I found that interesting because although you can't turn it into an item, right? Like they did the example where they had the two cards up.
Yeah.
And one turned into a rock and the other didn't.
Right.
Although you can't do that, I would imagine you can trick people into thinking that it's an actual card.
Yeah.
Is that not possible?
It seemed like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be incredibly useful.
Right.
But useless in terms of gathering cards because it's not the real card.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the Phantom Troop navigate this new world.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're no longer, in my opinion, no longer at the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
They have some disadvantages now.
And aren't they trying to have a competition? I think it's the next comment that we're going to read.
Oh, okay.
About seeing who can kill
the
most. Yeah.
All right, so another comment here from Alpha, and Alpha writes, you guys are correct. All game consoles converge on one location, Greed Island. It doesn't matter what console you enter the game with, they send all players to the same location.
Yeah.
Okay, that is good to know. I know we had some questions about that as well. It seems Shalnark and the rest of the troop are determined to wreak some havoc. Shalnark, Shizuku, and Kortopi seem to be scouting out the location, tracking down God's Eye, and making a plan to steal the treasure S of Greed Island, or treasures. Is that what Alpha's saying?
I think so, yeah.
Finks and Phaeton seem to be in a mini competition on who can kill the most players in the game, which seems like the most Phantom Troop-esque activity out there. Okay, yeah, they've sort of broken up in delegated tasks, as usual.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alpha.
Thank you, Alpha. All right, Jared, we have one final comment before we hop back in, and this is a pretty important comment. This is a comment that's going to teach us 2 life lessons, and it comes from the one and only Cheryl Lambert. And Cheryl writes, life lessons from Biscuit. Number 1, don't judge a book by its cover. Now, that's a life lesson that we've all heard at one point or another. Lesson number 2, I feel like, is something that many of us don't have to learn because we should already know. Never call a woman an old hag. Now, if I remember correctly, it was Killua who called Biscuit an old hag. And he shouldn't have done that. However, I understand it to a certain extent.
Okay.
Because of his personality.
Yeah.
And because Biscuit simply doesn't look like an old hag.
Yeah.
I think it'd be surprising to anyone to learn that Biscuit learned Nen over 40 years ago. But Killua still should not have called Biscuit an old hag. He should apologize to her.
Yeah.
Thank you for these life lessons. Cheryl.
Yeah, I think Killua is just playing hard to get.
Oh. So you think he's flirting in a way?
Well, I think slowly Killua is going to find out. I think he's already finding out. Right? Biscuit kept up with them during the run. Biscuit has been smacking Killua around. Killua's going to find out. Gon is more likely to accept and trust Biscuit, like quicker than Killua.
Yeah.
But Killua's going to find out.
Yeah, man. She said she's going to be their teacher.
Yeah.
So she's going to stick around.
And we've already seen a little bit of a dark side from Biscuit.
Yeah.
Right? We've seen her flick that switch. I'm going to ruin your life.
Right.
So
that's what she was saying up there when she was seeing their friendship, right? Or did she tell them
No, I
that?
think no, she thought it in her mind.
Yeah.
But like when Killua disrespected her or something, I'm going to ruin your life. Like,
Yeah, she seems to have a short temper at times,
Yeah.
but so does Killua.
oh yeah. Let's go learn more about Biscuit Jar.
All right, let's jump back in, everybody. This is episode number 63
Come on.
of Hunter. And it's titled A Hard Master. I would imagine they're talking about the one and only Biscuit. Let's jump in, everybody. Here we go.
Let's go.
私はプロハンターのビスケットクルーザー。堅苦しいのは苦手だから呼ぶときはビスケでいいわさ。
Oh, you can call her Bisky.
教えを請う身として私の言いつけは絶対守ること。だから呼ばねえし食わねえよ。どんなやつかもわかんない人間に物を教わるほど俺たち切羽詰まってねえし。ゴンもなんとか言ってやれよ。俺たちにはウィングさんがいるし。
Ah.
そうそう。俺たちにはちゃんと師匠がいるから。その人以外に教わる気ないね。ウィングってもしかしてメガネかけた寝癖坊や？
A little boy.
シャツの裾を出してる？知ってるの？知ってるもの？
What the hell is going on here?
Ain't no way.
マジ？へえ。
Ain't no way.
師匠とはね。時が経つのは早いこと。
She must not age.
あんたたちもプロハンターなんだ。あ、俺だけなんだけど。裏試験に合格したわけね。
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
懐かしいわね。また試験官やってみたいもんだわさ。
She served as an examiner, Jared.
あんたたちにしてみたら師匠の師匠なんだから教わるのに何の不足もないでしょ。
Okay.
Hubba hubba. What? Wing's one of my students?
That little boy who doesn't tuck in his shirt.
I'm your master's master?
Yeah. She served as an examiner in the Hunter exam.
She is intriguing me more and more.
Yeah. They flash back to when she was younger and she looked the exact same.
She just had a change of clothing.
What is going on, Jared? I love it. That little boy.
Oh gosh. Right.
That is right. That is true.
なかなか頑固で好きだけどそういう子。あんたさっき切羽詰まってないって言ってたけどブックそのカードよく見なさい。入手難度はランク D。
You want to read that one?
Yeah, let's read it.
All right, it says Marimo Chi, a super fast ball-like creature about as hard as rubber. Deals little damage, but can be annoying if it smacks you in the face.
That's the one that hit Gon in the face?
Was that the one that...
Or hit him? I think so, yeah. Its difficulty to obtain is D.
ノーマルカードだわよ。問題はあんたたちがゲットできなかったこのカードを簡単にゲットできる奴らがここにはたくさんいるってこと。明らかに戦闘面であんたたちより上のしかも邪悪な奴に今遭遇したら座って雑談してるふりを。
What happened? Someone's
私
watching.
の後ろに敵がいる。ガキが3人か。
Oh,
He's about to chop her hair.
Mr. Hairdresser.
気配を探ろうとしないで敵に伝わる。なんで気づいた？わずかに漏れた殺気よ。敵は私たちが子供なんで一瞬油断したんだわね。油断してるなら弱いんじゃないの？でもすぐに自分を諌めて気配を消した。わずかな殺気とそれを消した速さ、結構手強いわね。俺たちは気配を感じ取るどころか気づくことさえできないレベルか。どうすればいい？切り替えが早いわね。頭のいい子だ。あんたたちの意見は？このまま3人で行動する。理由は？油断したのに気を引き締めたのは多分俺たちが3人だから。一緒に行動すれば敵もうかつには動かないと思う。俺もそう思う。まあ正解だわね。でもあえて別行動をとる。私が一人になったら敵は 100% 私を狙ってくる。私は南、二人は北。気配はそのままで500メートルぐらい歩いていって。目安はあの岩山。着いたら今度は絶、素早く戻ってくること。オッケー、20尾行だな。
Oh my
Damn.
gosh.
そんなに言うならいいわよ。
Oh, she's acting. She's acting.
Oh.
もうやってらんないわ。バイバイ。おーい、けいけい。
He ain't acted,
行くぞ。
even though he is.
あ、芝居か。
That was brilliant, though. He's a good brother. That's what it looked
Yeah,
like.
who is this guy after?
俺警戒してたんだぜ。何があっても動けるように。でもほっぺたがジンジンするまで何されたかも分かんなかった。
Oh.
急いで戻ろう。
So she told him to use Zetsu and then come back.
She cut it. Or he cut it.
Oh my goodness. Without even being near her? Damn.
Oh, this guy's a sicko too, Jordan. Oh, you a sicko.
That they don't even know about themselves.
Gotcha.
57.
Oh. Alright, we gotta pause there for a minute. We just gonna pause there for a minute. We gonna pause there for a minute. How honed her body is. Wow. He ain't got a chance.
Good luck. Take the gloves off. Come on, Biscuit. How you gonna chop half her hair off?
Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance.
You expect to...
Let's
Easy
go.
work. Break his damn arm.
Dement
man.
this man's body. Oh. Oh, yes. You want more, buddy? She's using this as a lesson. Yeah.
もしこいつがゲームのキャラなら入手難度 D ってとこだね。あんたたちならすぐにゲームオーバーだよね。ここに来て私が知ってるだけでもすでに2回あんたたちは死にかけてる。 この運がいつまで続くかしら。ビスケさんは
They need her.
ビスケでいいわさ。どうしてもなんかつけて呼ぶならビスケちゃまにして。
Bisky Chama.
Come on, Killua.
Oh, there goes Killua.
ビスケはなんでここに来たの？まあもちろんゲームクリアのためだけど、目的は宝石よ。宝石？ここにしかない石があるらしいんでさ。指定ポケットナンバー81、ブループラネット。
Okay, so this is what she's after. Blue Planet, it says, is a gemstone with an incomparable blue shine. Its composition matches no known minerals, so it's named for its otherworldly nature. Now that looks like a planet that is full of ocean water. It looks like a healthy Earth. But this is what she's after. Yeah. 57. I still can't get that out of my head.
Yeah.
57 years old.
Yeah. It's an incredible ability, right? To appear as a child,
Yeah.
but to really have 40 years of Nen experience.
Yeah.
Fool this guy.
I mean, this guy's abilities were pretty fascinating too. He could eat someone's hair and learn things that they didn't even know about them. But what's she gonna do with the other half of her hair?
Right.
She's gonna have to wear it different now.
I'm wondering if her hair will grow back at all.
Like quickly?
Yeah. Because, I mean, it hurts me just to look at her. Like, I know how I am with my hair. If somebody did that to me, I'd kill him.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd kill him.
No, you wouldn't. Now, Bisky seems a bit different. Bisky doesn't care.
She wasn't even phased.
She didn't even care, brother. She took the gloves off and put this man on the ground.
Yeah.
あんたたちは？当然ゲームクリアのためだよ。実はこのゲーム俺の親父が作ったものなんだ。へえ。それで俺親父を探してるんだけど、手がかりがこのゲームの中にあるんじゃないかと思って。あんたの親父さんってジン・フリークス。ジン？
Wow.
知ってる？そりゃ知ってるわよ。有名人だからね。前にネテロ会長が念能力者としては5本の指に入る。
Wow.
Top 5 Nen users.
ビスケ、宝探しが後に回ってもいいなら俺たちに念を教えてください。ようやくその気になった？
That's right.
私はウィングみたいに甘くはないわよ。覚悟はある？はい。そっちは？
Killua?
大丈夫。カード全部出して。チャンスをあげる。2週間この2人の攻撃をかわすこと。それができたら見逃してあげる。決定打を浴びて悶絶したり立ち上がれなくなったらあんたを殺す。
Ooh. So he's their test dummy.
Right.
ええ。ルールが一つ。岸壁に囲まれたこの空間から出ないこと。
Oh, wow.
破れば失格。その場合もあんたを殺す。俺たちは？もちろんあんたたちも。
What?
ここから出たり2週間以内に倒せなければ罰を与える。
No food.
賞金首ハンタービノールトだわね。奴自身も賞金首。凶悪な切り裂き魔よ。始め。
Didn't she just say that they're not yet strong enough to face him?
2 weeks is a long time, though,
Yeah.
right?
Is he hurt?
何もさっとしてるんだい。回復を図ってるんだよ。
He's trying to heal up.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
奴がダメージを受けていなきゃ目を潰されていた。
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
近づく隙がない。
Okay.
使うか。だが電撃を貯めて発するまでの時間、奴が待ってくれるわけがない。ゴン、持久戦で行くぞ。持久戦？まずはお前が休め。俺が奴を見張りながらこいつで攻撃を続ける。6時間交代で行こう。石か。それいいね。
願ったりだ。1週間もこうして休めばだいぶ回復する。体さえ治れば奴らを始末できる。
What is he doing? Is he gonna break the rock?
To make more rocks?
Right.
They can't lift up. Oh, damn, Gone. Damn, Gone. Ah.
正解。我慢比べじゃ勝ち目ないよ、あんたたち。なるほどな。
So they were joking? Are they strategically lying, maybe?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, if anybody touches Gon's hair. Come on now.
ダメージを受けているとはいえ、半日でビノールトを押してきている。生死が絡む極限の戦いを意識してからの動き、悪くない。この二人、原石。
Nobody knows.
意志の硬さ、まだ内に秘められたままの底深い能力。それは鍛錬というカットによっていかようにも変えることができる。まさにダイヤモンド。
Haha. She loves her jewelry.
冷たく静かな青。一見危うく揺れる色彩も熱処理によって半永久的な強さを手に入れる。
Oh,
まさにサファイア。
sapphire.
What did she say Gone was like?
Diamond.
なぜこうも心ときめくのかしら。鍛えるわよ。
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
敵の動きを封じつつ自ら姿を隠せ。2週間どころか、これなら1日で蹴り
Come on now. Come on now. They're gonna make this guy go crazy. But nope.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
なんで止めんだよ、ゴン。まだまだ時間はある。1対1であいつを圧倒できるまで続けよう。
Smart.
今やめるのはもったいないよ。俺たち今すごく調子がいいもん。
バカが。今度はこっちだ。ミンチにしてやるぜ。
うん。でも明日からにしようよ。おじさんも体を休めた方がいい。
Gone, gone, gone.
He wants him nice and strong. Because he wants to get stronger, Jared.
Right.
ダメージ受けてる上にヘトヘトのこいつに2人がかりじゃこの先どんなプレイヤーにも勝てやしないな。
Who's watching them while they sleep, though?
The wolves?
Biscuit? Don't be a coward. Don't attack while they're sleeping, buddy.
They have good perception skills.
あんた潜在能力ではるかに負けてる。
Potential. Is this him?
As a child?
財布がないわ。
本当か？さっきは持ってたろ。
あの
Damn.
これ落ちてた。
Damn.
2日目。
Are they counting the days with the rocks?
Ah.
いや、俺たちが速くなってんだ。
Day 6?
何が違うのか。実 実力が拮抗した相手と命がけで戦闘した時に得る経験値。
俺だってこんな生き方したかったわけじゃ。
だから嫌だったのよ。
こっちの方が近道だって言ったのお前じゃねえか。
私が悪いっての？
見てみろよこの服。
What'd they do to him?
別に見返りが欲しかったわけでも
So
感
this
謝
is.
されたかったわけでもない。俺はただ
So that's the day he must have picked up the scissors, Drew.
Yeah.
俺に勝ち目はない。
Wow.
殺せ。
なんで？殺すわけないじゃん。だって俺たちおかげですごく上達したもん。ありがとう、ビノールトさん。
俺はただまともに生きたかっただけだ。
Wow.
行きなさい。
Why does that feel familiar?
だから自首する。
What'd he say?
ここを出たら
I'll
自首
turn myself in.
ゴン、あんたはフローレス、傷のない原石。でもその純粋さゆえ危うくもあるんだわね。さて、それじゃマサドラへ向かうわよ。ボス、数字の9。遅い。二人とも腕立て3000回。
Oh my gosh.
All right,
だから
she's
ここからおよそ70キロ。3時間もあれば楽勝だわね。マジ？
she's definitely tougher than Wing. Yeah, as she said.
They've got a different numbering system in this world.
Yeah,
3,000 push-ups.
that's crazy.
あれだ。じゃあデパート探して。
Masadora.
やっぱり売り物は全部カードか。お待たせ。じゃあさっきの岩石地帯まで戻るわよ。
Wow.
ゲイ。
Oh,
デパートで買ったカードってこれ？そうよ。ではこれから再びマサドラへ向かう。ただし今度はまっすぐ。え、まっすぐってもしかして？そう。
they're gonna have to dig through it.
Oh my gosh.
All right, she's tough.
思ったよりやばい。これならサクサクいけるよ。 ケツもうダメ。ちょい待ち。休むなら座って。今日から寝るときは常にこう。ロープを離しちゃダメ。たまに私がロープを切るから。休んでる時も頭の一部は。
Oh my gosh.
よく親父にやられたな。この手の訓練。
His old man didn't.
はい。落としたら自分で元に戻すこと。
Oh, I love Biscuit, Jordan. Who? Biscuit.
I thought you said this kid. No.
少しずつ大きくしていくからね。ゴン、大丈夫。
This is borderline torture.
すごく硬い岩盤に当たったみたい。これそうか？シャベルじゃ無理っぽい。
Watch it be a treasure.
込めたパンチならなんとか壊せると思う。あ、
What if it's the thing that she's looking
ほら
for?
どうしてた？どうもこうも普通だよ。シャベルも体の一部って考えるんだ。そうか。オーラでシャベルをまとえば掘る力が強化される。すごいよ。岩がプリンみたい。よっしゃ、ガンガン掘るぜ。気づいたよね。天の応用技。
Shoot. Shoot.
マサドラに着く頃には第一段階が終了する。
ビスケの過酷な修行は二人をどんな姿へと進化させるのであろうか。
この後はフリードアイランドチュートリアル。今日紹介するのはブループラネット。ビスケがこのゲームに来た目的の一つだね。こんな石ころのためにわざわざ来るなんてとんだもの好きだな、あのババア。
That was Biscuit's arm?
好きだな、あのババア。
That's Biscuit's arm?
I think it might be.
All right.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if she's a bodybuilder underneath this disguise.
Yeah.
Even though it's not necessarily a disguise.
Wow. 57 years old.
That's crazy, dog.
It just doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen like a lot of our patrons say she's my favorite character of this arc. But I haven't yet seen one patron say she's my overall favorite character in this series, which makes me a little curious.
You think she might die?
Something like, or if she just stays in this arc, I don't know.
Yeah.
She said that these boys are raw gems.
Yeah.
Gon is a diamond, Killua's a sapphire, and Benoit has potential that pales in comparison to theirs.
Yeah.
We've said this numerous times. Anybody who comes across Gon and Killua, right, is shocked at their potential and their raw abilities.
Yeah.
And it's crazy seeing somebody as powerful as Biscuit say all of this.
Yeah, man. She sees it.
Yeah. And she is putting them through the toughest training that they have ever been through.
Yeah.
I think. Right? Killua, we haven't really seen what he had to go through to train to become an assassin, but she's putting them through the ringer.
She's putting them through grueling training, brother. And I cannot wait to see the transformation that is about to occur.
Yeah.
Because this is just the beginning, it feels like. What she's about to put them through, man, is going to make them stronger than they've ever been in their lives.
Yeah.
She said, all right, let's go to Masadora. She gets a few cards, and it turns out she got a wheelbarrow, 2 shovels, and a flashlight, or a couple flashlights. And she says, oh no, we're going back to Masadora, but we're going straight. She is teaching them the hard way. She's like an old school football coach. We're not running these little lines right here. We're going up to the hill, boys.
Yeah.
And she's 57. Again, 57 years old. One thing that I loved about this episode was the backstory. We didn't even learn much about Benoit, but the backstory and flashbacks that they did give us.
Yeah.
Because I'm always so quick to judge a character and think like, oh, Benoit, like, what are you doing? You're trying to kill them. You're bad. Everybody has a story. And from what we learned in the little flashbacks that we got from Benoit, Jared, he's been through it. And that incident with the couple where he was just trying to bring them back what seemed to fall, and they took it the wrong way. They beat the man to a pulp, the kid.
Is that what was assumed to happen, or presumed?
That's what I
to
assumed.
have happened. Yeah, because like, did one of them cut him with the scissors or something?
He looked beaten pretty bad, like swollen. I don't know if they cut him, but the image of the scissors right next to him, was chilling, because it made me think like that's the day he picked up the scissors.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody has a story. I think that was the point of that flashback.
Oh yeah.
Everybody has a story, and I feel for the dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad Gon decided to keep him alive.
And like, just looking at the environment that he was growing up in or living in, it reminded me of the Phantom Troop, right? And I forget what's the name of the place where Cannery's from, where we saw young Carollo, I believe.
I'm completely forgetting it.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's a connection there at all.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And Biscuit, or Bisky, is just rocking the hair as is.
Yeah.
She's standing, looking at Gon and Killua, teaching them and training them like nothing happened.
Yeah.
She's a strong character, man.
And let's not forget, she knows Jing.
Yes.
That's huge, right? And you can see how much she respects Jing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd she say? He was one of the top 5 Nen users?
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, Gon is making progress and learning more about his dad.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Let's jump on into episode number 64. Strengthen and Threaten. Here we go. Let's go.
Oh.
今日は5キロくらい進んだかな。最初は何年かかるんだか。けどこのペースなら。マサドラー2度目の到着。
Take 2.
じゃあ元の場所に戻って。
Oh.
Come on, Bisky.
This place looks like an amusement park.
Yeah. I believe a few episodes back they said that Masadora was one of the places people go to obtain the cards. Like, that's the easiest route to go. So we saw her obtain a whole bunch of cards. What other cards they got?
Yeah. Monster cards.
Oh, wow.
Ah.
私は一切口出ししないから自分たちで手段を考え怪物を捕らえなさいな。大したやつだわね。このゲームを作った連中。順序よく進めていけば確実に強くなるようにプログラムされている。
Wow.
それもおそらく全てはあの子を強く育てるため。様々なタイプの敵と戦わなければならない念での戦闘。そこで最も大切な戦闘技術とは思考の瞬発力。
He's running with his hands in his pocket again.
それを限りなく反射へと近づける。ゲ
Mm.
ームそのものがそのための訓練。ここで一番捉えるのに苦労するのはバブルホースだろうね。それがクリアできれば第2段階終了。
Wow. Ah.
Is that the bubble horse?
That is indeed the bubble
Got
horse.
him.
やったな。
They're killing it.
能力、基礎体力はキルアが上回っている。が、ゴンはその不足分を補って余りある
Yeah.
集中力と回復力。
They're a team.
まさに理想的なコンビだわね。さて、ではこれより防御の修行に入る。
All right, let's pause real quick, brother, because I know you wrote it down. Did Bisky here just say that the game could possibly have been made to make Gon stronger?
Now that would make a lot more sense.
Oh yeah.
And that would be somewhat admirable.
Oh yeah. If that's the case, then more power to Jing.
Yeah.
But we don't know that yet. Just like we don't know if this is an actual game.
Right.
Every time they say the word game, it trips me out after what Shalnark was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be enormous.
それはそうよ、ゴン。あんたが使ってる技だわさ。天、絶、
Oh.
連、発、行をすべて複合した応用技。こう。
Cool.
Cool.
体中のオーラをすべて体の一部に集め攻撃する。それゆえ通常の攻撃をはるかに上回る威力がある。今から私がこの拳で攻撃する。あんたたちはこれをすべて受けて防ぐこと。避けてはいけない。察したようだわね。その通り。今まで通り普通にオーラでガードしても深いダメージを受ける。ではどうする？こっちもこうを使う。半分正解。こうに対してのこう。これならばよほど念能力のレベルが違わない限り無傷で済むだろうね。しかしもしこうでガードした箇所以外に攻撃がヒットすれば、即破壊だわよ。だったら全身をこうにすればいい。矛盾してるけど。その通り。それを天と連の応用技剣という。
Ken.
全身を通常よりもはるかに多いオーラでまとい防御する。こうよりは防御力が落ちるが、これが最も実践的な防御。5、連をやってみて。その状態をずっと維持するのが剣。そのまま私のパンチをガードして。遅い。
Wow. It's like it makes everything go in slow motion.
Uh-oh. What was that electric shot?
ゆっくりだったからって体の力を抜いたわね。剣まで解いてたら顔潰れてたわよ。
Wow.
今のはこうのみの力。この威力に拳本来のスピードと破壊力を乗せれば、さらに攻撃力は数倍、数十倍にもなる。最初は今みたいにゆっくり打つけど、いつかは言わない。剣の状態でできる限り耐えてみなさいな。
Damn.
He's tired.
およそ2分ってとこだわね。知らなかった。連を持続するのがこんなに大変だなんて。最低30分剣を維持しないとお話にならないわよ。よーし、帰って剣の修行だ。
Now he can do it for 30 minutes. Damn, he's on his feet.
よし、30分経過。
Wow.
この1ヶ月でだいぶタフになった。
Wow.
She's unbelievable.
Yeah.
She's different.
一瞬キルアが早い。ゴン、腕立て1000回。
She is different.
We're down from 3,000 push-up.
今日
Yeah.
から実践の修行に入る。
Combat training.
Combat training, man.
この状況は攻撃力50、防御力50。つまりお互いが剣の状態ではいくら戦っても お互いに大きなダメージは与えられない。さてどうする？こうを使う。バカだれちゃん。こう以外のとこ疲れちゃったらどうする？
Ken.
行を使う。正解。
Oh, okay.
攻撃力50、防御力50から攻撃の瞬間に右拳の攻防力を70、全体を30に。このように行を使い、状況に応じて攻防力を変化させる。これを竜と呼ぶ。じゃあ行くよ。右手攻防力70。
Right hand to 70, rest of body to 30. This is getting complex, man. Left leg to 80. Ah. Learning how to control it. That's crazy.
これを30分間1日3回今までのメニューに加えて行う。それと組手の修行にも入る。さっき教えた竜を使ってゆっくりでいいからやってごらん。受ける側も相手の攻撃力を見極めた上で竜を使ってきちんと防御すること。分かったら始め。
じゃあ俺からな。右足攻防力55、右足攻防力60かな。左手攻防力60、
Wow.
右拳攻防力80、左肘攻防力80。
2ヶ月ぐらい毎日これを続けていれば全力の速さで竜を行いながら
Wow.
戦えるようになるだろうね。その次はいよいよ最終段階。
All right. Before we continue, let's just take a deep breath, maybe a little break. Maybe I'm the only one that needs to take it. It's getting
How you feel? How you feel?
highly complex. I feel like I'm learning directly from the master of the masters.
Yeah.
Man, what are we talking about here? 70, 30, are they guessing? I may have missed it. But like, you know how when Gon was saying something like 70% in the right arm, right hand, and then Killua, did he like feel that Gon did 70, so he made his protection the same amount so he could block it?
I don't know.
I may have missed some dialogue, but it was going pretty quick.
Yeah, I thought all of this this talk was gonna get left behind in a previous arc. But looks like we have some more studying to do.
Yeah.
We have Ken, and Ko, and Ryu.
Yeah.
Wow, this feels like a mini arc within the Greed Island arc. Like this whole training segment.
Right.
Yeah, she's like a drill instructor who knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Right? If you do this every day for 30 minutes for 2 months straight,
Yeah.
you'll be good.
Yeah. And she's so good that she's making them do activities such as digging through the rock
Yeah.
while using something like Ken, and that's allowing them to master the length. So there's no like time wasted here. You know?
Yeah.
It reminds me of anything we do out here in our real life. You know, like if you want to learn a skill, it's hard if you don't really put the hours in and be consistent with it. I find it's very difficult for myself. But if you approach it sort of like this and you break it into increments, weeks, months, and you really stay dedicated, and it does help if you have a master or a trainer, then you'll see progress.
Yeah.
She is incredible, man. Anything else before we keep it going?
No, let's keep it going.
Damn. All right, everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what sparring looks like.
大した進歩だわね。これなら最終段階に入っても問題ないわね。
最終段階？
そう。最後は系統別の修行。ピンポーン。 引き分け。自分の系統だけを修行してもいいんだけど、例えば強化系の場合、自分の系統を中心にして隣の変化系や放出系などもバランスよく鍛える。そうすると自系統の覚えも早くなるの。ピンポーン、引き分け。
She's testing every single cell within their body.
Yep.
今日やるのは強化系の修行。そのレベル1、石割り。こんな感じで割っていくの。1日に1個の石で1000個の石を割れたらクリア。
Wow.
それじゃ始め。
Oh my goodness, man. Look at these things watching.
これはかなりきついぜ。インパクトの瞬間に持ってる石の周りの攻防力を100にするだけなのに、回数を重ねるごとに念の精度が落ちてくる。
あ、割れちゃった。持ってる石が割れたら終了。くそー。
They gotta restart.
もう失敗か。何言ってんの、上出来だわさ。
よし、じゃあ次は変化系の修行しようぜ。
まあまあ慌てなさんな。系統別の修行は1日1系統が原則。
6。
ピンポーン、引き分け。
またか。最近ずっとだね。
それだけ2人とも量が身についてきたってことだわさ。
でも勝負つかなきゃつまんねえな。
Do these things just keep
じゃあ
replicating?
決めようか。負けた方が腕立てして1000回ね。いいぜ。最初はグー、じゃんけんポン。あいこうでしょ。勝ったー。くそー。
ねえあんたたち、じゃんけんの由来が小武道にあるって説知ってる？
What?
パーは内臓を破壊するための小、チョキは局部破壊を狙う死、そしてグーは外部破壊のための剣。その昔、破壊のみを求めていると誤解されて、武術全般が邪剣と呼ばれ迫害、禁止されていた頃、武闘家は戯れるふりをして修行を続けたという。じゃんけんの語源はその当時の邪剣にあるって説だわさ。
へえ、さすがババア。それだ。
え、
じゃけん。
さて諸君、現在90種類133枚の指定ポケットカードが集まった。諸君の努力の賜物だ。礼を言おう。残り10枚のうち7枚は所在も判明している。手に入れたも同然だ。ただセズゲラが率いる連中も同程度の指定カードを持っているらしい。おそらく奴らとの直接対決が最後のハードルだろう。しかしスペルカードの質と量はこちらが圧倒的なはず。諸君、我々の勝利は目前だ。
一つ俺からもいいか。5年長かったような短かったような、ここで皆さんに言っておかねばならないことがある。俺はボマーだ。
Oh!
おい、一体何を。
Run?
君たち全員の体に
Ah!
なんだと。一体どうやって。貴様ふざけんなよ。
まあ冷静に聞いてくれ。
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
snap.
Oh
Oh,
my
snap,
goodness,
Jordan.
man.
やれやれ、説明の順序が狂ってしまったが、これが俺の能力、リトルフラワーだ。ご覧のように手で掴んだものを爆破できる。だが威力のように手で掴んだものを
Said I can blow up anything I grab with my hand.
爆破できる。だが威力はさほどない。彼も一命は取り留めたようだ。
Oh, okay.
だが皆さんに仕掛けた爆弾が爆発すれば確実に死ぬ。
Damn. Just like that one guy died.
爆弾。おい、どこだ。
これから爆弾を解除する方法を教えよう。 まずどうやって爆弾を仕掛けたのかだが、それはターゲットの爆破させたい箇所に触れながらあるキーワードを言うことで仕掛けられる。キーワードはボマー。
Oh gosh.
またボマー。
He's a traitor.
いいか。
Yeah.
気をつけろよ。これを解除するには俺の体に触れながらボマー捕まえたと言われる。
You must touch my body and say I caught the
俺
bomber.
にはもう一つの能力、リトルフラワーがある。これを使い、俺に触れようとする者を阻止する。十分に気をつけて爆弾の解除を目指してくれ。以上。
What kind of sick game is this guy playing?
Hey, I'm glad Golden Killer didn't
What the?
join this.
どうしたね。俺の能力、カウントダウン。
Okay, he is
なぜペラペラと自分の能力について話をしたか。
Because it'll enhance him?
それが爆弾の発動条件だからだ。
そこでカードも仲間も一斉に集まるこの日を狙って
さて、ここで提案だ。君たちの命と指定ポケットカード90種を交換したい。
Damn.
要求に応じてくれれば、俺はもう一つの解除法で皆さん全員の爆弾を一斉解除する。何もしなければカウンターがゼロになった時点でみんな死ぬ。全員でよく相談して決めてくれ。取引場所はバッテラシ所有の工場。誰でもいいが一人で来ること。
お前さん、頭は確かか？今ここで俺たちがあんたを捕らえて解除すりゃ済む話だ。
一人ここから逃げられるとでも思っているの
don't
か？
try it, don't try it.
興奮するとカウントダウンが早まるぞ。
Oh my goodness.
その数字は心拍数とリンクしてるんだからな。
This guy's sick, Jordan.
He's like Jigsaw.
Yeah.
しまった。
Are they giving away the cards?
Wait, he said it's linked to their what?
Their heartbeat. What did I say?
Leave.
So send one target player off the island.
ゲーム外に逃げやがった。
Oh, he left.
逃げよう。待て。このまま出たらバインダーのスペルカードが消えちまう。ちゃんと
Right.
落ち着け。今追いかけるのは得策ではない。俺たちがなぜ徒党を組んだのか忘れたのか。戦闘力に欠けてたからだろう。この中に奴を倒す自信のある使い手などいるのか。無理だな。あの念能力かなりの実力者だぞ。仮にここにいる全員が一斉にかかっていったところでリトルフラワーとやらで返り討ちだろう。くそ、やっとここまで来たのに。まずは全員の意思を統一する必要がある。カードを渡すか、それとも奴と戦うか。
Right.
渡してくれ。頼む。
Damn.
ジスパーにはもう時間がない。
意外だな。てっきりニッケスが来ると思っていたが。
こっちもな、まさか一人で。
サブとバラ。
Sub and Bara.
They're the other bombers.
指輪をもらうか。どうした？
まだ渡せない。というより結論が出ていない。特にニッケスは瀕死のジスパーのために大天使の息吹のカードをくれと言っている。ふざけるな。このままだと共倒れだぞ。あんたが思っている以上にみんな混乱している。結論が出ないままタイムオーバーで全員爆死したら指輪のデータは消えてしまう。だが俺なら
うまく仲立ちできるとでも。それでも交渉のつもりか。本当の駆け引きってやつはいかに冷静でいかれているか、相手に理解させるのがコツだ。
待て、俺を殺したら。
Oh, he blew up.
心配するな。ゲームの外ではプレイヤーを殺して指輪を奪っても指定ポケットのカードデータは消えない。
Oh boy.
どうせお前はカードを持ってないだろう
Oh. Oh, he's about business, man.
外に出るからよこせ。ふざけるな。リーブはとても貴重なんだぞ。ホイホイと渡せるか。
He's gonna blow up. He's gonna blow up.
俺が戻らないと、お前たちの爆弾を一斉解除するのは無理なの。何？実は俺もボマー。ボマーは3人いるんです。ま、ゲンスルーが本体なら、俺らは備品みたいな。
Gen through? Did it say?
ま、ゲンスルー。
Gen through. So we have Gen through, Sub, and Bara?
Yeah.
Extras.
3人が右手親指を合わせてキーワードを言うと爆弾は消滅する。それがもう一つの解除。まあいいや。俺は正規のルートでゆっくり戻るからお前らしばらくしたら死んでくれ。待ってくれ。これ使ってくれ。初めからそうしろクズが。次の交渉の時もリーブが必要だ。3枚用意しとけ。いいな。
ゲンスルーが自らボマーであることを明かしたその半日前、一隻のボートが外から侵入しようとしていた。
Is that the Phantom?
True. So it does exist in the real world, he's saying, Jared. Okay. Damn. So much is happening.
Right.
So much was jam-packed into this episode. It's insane.
How can a show like this move so quickly with 150 episodes?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is kind of crazy, man.
Like, I want to know what the manga looks like. Like, what? This is crazy.
We can ask our patron Vane. They seem to be pretty fluent in the manga. Yeah, man. What'd you take away from this episode? What'd you think? What'd you feel? A lot happened.
So this, I believe, is what we call a reveal. An anime reveal. Right? Remember when, I mean, we've been through our fair share of anime reveals thus far.
Yeah.
The biggest being
in case people haven't seen it.
All right.
Well, just in case. AOT.
Okay, people, if you haven't seen Attack on Titan, pause it right now.
You know
and
they're not pausing.
Skip over the next 10 seconds. Thank you. I'm the Armored Titan. That's the Colossal Titan. I am Kira. Right? Even though that wasn't necessarily a big reveal for the audience, more so the people within the show.
Right.
I think those are the two major reveals.
Yeah.
And then here, I am the bomber. Okay, buddy.
Yep.
It's crazy to think about the lengths that characters within this show will go, or within this game in particular, Greed Island, will go to obtain cards.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
crazy lengths. Putting bombs on dozens of people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the bomber, man. I'm glad, like I said, Gon and Killua got out of there.
Oh my gosh.
Because Gon it didn't sit right with him. And you could sort of feel that.
Yeah.
These people had no idea that the bomber was looming in their midst. And not only one, Jared, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
These guys are some scary dudes, dog.
Yeah, and that's just another lesson for all of us to trust our instincts. Right? When you feel something is off, or you feel like you want to trust your gut, do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Killua and Gon could have bombs on their shoulders right now.
I bet they'd figure out a way to get them off.
True.
But yeah, good thing they dodged that one. Jared, here at the end, I don't know who was speaking, but we had the Phantom Troop roll up.
Yeah.
Onto the edge of the island, Greed Island, and one of them said, so it does exist in the real world. Okay. Are we going to keep calling this a game? What is going on? Well, it obviously is a game. You get put into a console, but it could be
Do you really?
a real life game.
Right. Are you really going into a console?
Well, I mean, it looks like you're being teleported.
You might just be being teleported to this island in real life.
I think that's the case, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's like packaged as a game.
Yeah.
And you still have to put a memory card in, wear a ring. But it's starting to look like you're just being transported or teleported to this island. That's crazy. How does that even work?
Yeah. Whew. And then earlier on in the episode, just again seeing Biscuit teach Killua and Gon is a thing of beauty. Right? The thing I love most is repetition. Just seeing her force them to do it 100 times, do it 1,000 times, do it 3,000 times.
Yeah.
Repetition is the old school technique to perfection. You know?
Right.
Repetition. Anything else on your mind?
It's going to take some time to get the Ken, Ryu, and Ko all straight in my head. But
Yeah.
again, man, Gon and Killua have come across an individual, a 57-year-old little girl.
Do you think she has grandchildren?
I mean, that's a good question.
Watch by episode 100 if Biscuit lasts that long or is with us by episode 100.
Or she's gonna be there.
Biscuit just take off the entire mask and look like the granny we saw
And the Hunter exam along the way to get to the Hunter exam.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But Jared, they have met a master of masters who is about to expedite their growth in a way that no one else could have. They are working harder and faster than they've ever worked before in their life. This, compared to what Wing was putting them through, is night and day.
But Wing did lay the foundation.
He did, and Netero before him.
Yeah.
But she's good. She's so good, and she's so strict, but yet fun at the same time. She keeps them on their feet by doing the little gyo
Yeah.
number thing. And that's what she's trying to teach them. Again, there's nothing that she's doing that's a waste of time. She's trying to teach them how to stay quick on their feet, to get them stronger, be able to recognize certain things, use certain powers, and to achieve the potential that she sees in the both of them. It's a beautiful thing. Any final words, brother?
No, sir.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for watching yet again another episode of Hunter x Hunter with us. This Greed Island arc is testing our abilities to pay attention and learn more about Nen, but we're getting through it. Please leave a comment down below. If we missed anything, let us know. We'll see you for the next episode.
We love you. We love you. We love you. Do not forget, be kind.
And keep an open mind, everybody.
Peace.